You Western Ocean labourers, I'd have you all beware that when you're aboard of a packet ship, no dungaree jumpers wear, but have a big monkey jacket always at your command. And think of the cold nor'westers on the banks of Newfoundland. So we'll rub around and scrub around with holy stone and sand, and say farewell to the virgin rocks on the banks of Newfoundland. As I lay in my bunk one night a dreaming all alone, I dreamt I was in Liverpool, way up in Marylebone, with my true love beside of me and a jug of ale in hand, when I woke quite broken hearted on the banks of Newfoundland. So we'll rub around and scrub around with holy stone and sand, and say farewell to the virgin rocks on the banks of Newfoundland. We had one Lynch from Ballynahinch, Jimmy Murphy and Mike Moore. It was in the winter of '62, those sea boys suffered sore, for they pawned their clothes in Liverpool and sold them out of hand, not thinking of the nor'westers on the banks of Newfoundland. So we'll rub around and scrub around with holy stone and sand, and say farewell to the virgin rocks on the banks of Newfoundland. We had one female passenger, Bridget Riley was her name. To her I promised marriage, and on me she had a claim. She tore up her flannel petticoats to make mittens for her hands, for she couldn't see the sea boys freeze on the banks of Newfoundland. So we'll rub around and scrub around with holy stone and sand, and say farewell to the virgin rocks on the banks of Newfoundland. And now we're off Sandy Hook, me boys, and the land's all covered with snow. The tug will take our hawser, and for New York we will tow. And when we arrive at the Black Bull Dock, the boys and girls will stand. We'll bid adieu to the packet ships and the banks of Newfoundland. So we'll rub around and scrub around with holy stone and sand, and say farewell to the virgin rocks on the banks of Newfoundland.